Hello and welcome back to RevMods Plays Elite Dangerous. Here we are at Birkin installation in the Futes system, where we ended the last video. We were on a I was doing trade runs to all the planets, or all the planets in the, or try to get to all the planets in the wiki, and I was heading towards Akinar, completely forgetting that it's the Imperial homeworld and I probably haven't got enough Imperial standing to be able to actually get into the system. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the next destination system, which will be Asihot, which I should be able to get into without any problems, because I don't think it's a restricted system. So what we'll do is we'll get into the database and pick up his next cargo and get on his way and start making some credits. So let's get into the commodities market, and we need to be titanium. We're going to run out of here. There we go, titanium. So into the navigation, into the galaxy map, and we are heading for the Edeyex system. So 7 jumps out to that. So yeah, that's the first one locked in. Let's just make sure we've got the cargo on board. We're all fueled up. Alright, so let's go. We are on a planetary surface, so it might take us a bit to get away from here, obviously depending on whether the jump point is going to be obscured by the body of the planet. It's looking like we should be okay, because the ball's right at the top of the horizon ball, I suppose you'd call it.
Landing gear retracted.
Let's get a couple of Ks straight up. There we go. Get the engine going.
Frameshift drive charging.
That was nice and easy for a change, getting off this planet. It's always nice when things go smoothly like that. Looks like everything's all scanned in this system.
Frameshift drive charging.
can have a bit of a drag out to this star just to go and scan it. Yeah, speed's starting to come up now. It'll give us time to talk about. I've noticed on some threads on the forum about the multi-crew, and I have to admit I'm starting to get, from what I'm hearing or what I'm reading, should I say, I'm starting to get a bit worried about this. That it's going to be purely players multi-crewing ships. There's going to be no AI. And there's also talk that if you're in a multi-seat ship like this one that I'm in now, because as you can see, if we look across, there is definitely a second seat there. I might not be able to control both flight and guns at the same time when if you're using turrets, because obviously if you've been watching my videos, you know that I exclusively use turrets on my ship. So it's a little bit worrying that I'm starting to read these things saying that if your ship does have multiple seats on it, which is most of the larger ships, that you're not going to be able to control everything yourself without having other players in there. And apparently there is no thought of having AI for these things, which I find really strange. You know, whether it's an AI NPC person that you can actually see sat in that seat, or whether it's computer controlled. You would have thought if we could manage to fly between the stars in these ships, you would have thought they would have been able to sort out automatic targeting for weapon systems. But hopefully that's not the case, because like I say, it'll be a worrying development for the game, I think, if it is. Because my personal preference for the game would be, and this is just a personal preference, I won't get upset if this doesn't happen, but I'd like to see it go down more the route of the old X universes, where you could control fleets of AI ships and set up trade routes with them and send them out there. Also have AI ships flying escort. Like you could have fighter ships. I know that that's supposed to be coming, having fighters, but again, there is talk that you might have to have a player in the fighter that you can launch from your ship to escort you. And I say I don't understand, if that is true, I don't understand the logic behind it. You know, to not have the AI option there just doesn't seem to make any sense to me. But like I say, it's just stuff that I'm reading on the forums. Like I say, nobody well, hopefully the developers know for certain what the outcome's going to be, but hopefully if they are going to introduce this multi-crew and having escort fighters and stuff, there will be an AI option there. It's not just purely going to have to be players, because in all honesty, like a lot of people are saying on the forums, what are these other people going to do on your ship? You know, what is the incentive to to board somebody else's ship and go along with them? You know, there's not that much to do to flying the ship on your own as we're doing at the minute, so I don't see where the gameplay is going to come from for the multi-crew. But I'll be watching that one with great interest to see how it goes. So, like I say, hopefully it won't just go down the player character, being other players coming onto your ship. Hopefully there will be that AI option, like I say, either of computer controlled systems or being able to hire on AI NPCs to come and crew on your ship and to fly escort fighters for you and stuff. I think that would be a nice way to go. Like I say, because it's like people are saying, how on earth are you going to control it? What happens if you're on somebody else's ship and they get disconnected? You know, are you left out there floating in the middle of space? How on earth are you going to say? Because there's, I haven't done much of it, but people, when you read about people try to wing up how hard that is to try and keep everybody in the same instance. So how on earth are you going to do it when people are all supposed to be on the same ship and the different, you know, depending on the specifications and how fast the machines are, the actual, you know, home PCs, whether they're all keeping up with each other, whether they're all in sync. It's going to more of a can of worms, I think, than it answers. Because I don't think there's an actual problem. I don't think anybody's really calling out to be able to have other players come onto their ship and do whatever they're going to do. Hello, our dear leader. XBX, I have question mark. I have no idea what you're asking. Unless that's asking me whether I'm playing on Xbox, then no, I'm not. I'm on PC. Yeah, sorry, oh yeah, talking about the, yeah, I don't think anybody's really clamouring for having other players coming onto their ship to do whatever they're going to do. So hopefully the Frontier development team aren't going to put too much time and effort into that. I'd rather see the time and effort going to other areas of the game. Well, like I say, all we can do is wait to see what comes out, and hopefully they will listen to the. Like I say, they seem to be quite good at listening to the player base, and also taking a good cross section of the player base, not just listening to one section of it. Like unfortunately some some games fall into. They'll only end up listening to one rather vocal element of the player base. I have to admit, Frontier Development do seem to listen to a wide cross section of the player base. Yeah, but like I say, for myself personally, I would like to say, like I said, they've started a bit on the crafting side of things. If they're going to go down the crafting front, then I've said it before, like I say, my first real experience of massively online games was Star Wars Galaxies, and the crafting system on that, which was all player driven, I think would be ideal for the Elite Dangerous universe. You know, to have people, you know, some players go out there mining the raw materials, other players crafting taking the raw materials and crafting items out of it, and then other players transporting the finished items to the markets wherever they need to go. And then off that, obviously, you've got the combat side of things, because you'd have pirates that would be wanting to take the goods off those people, and obviously the other side, you've got people that could then protect the cargo ships from the pirates. So personally, that's the way I would like to see the game go. If like I say, I don't think it is going to go that way, and if it doesn't go that way, I'm not going to throw my toys out the pram and stop playing. That's just my personal preference of the way I would like to see the game go, because I think it does lend itself to that format. We should be getting close enough to the start scanning it soon. And then we can get back on his way with his cargo run. I mean, it's always nice to have a nice long run like that, so I can expound on my thoughts on where I would like to see the game going and what it's doing. Not quite as close to this star as I thought we were. I really do need to fit a better scanner on this thing, but then again, I haven't got the money to do it at the minute. Just sat here staring into space. It's all done. So let's get the next system locked up that we're jumping into.
Frameshift drive charging.
Looks like I've got another long run out to another start. Doing a bit more exploration than trading on this run. Don't know what happened there. You certainly can get some beautiful views in this game. I think we've done enough exploring today. Let's get back to what we should be doing and trading.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Don't mind scanning the main star when it's sat right in front of us, but I think we'll give up on the rest of the going around scanning stuff. If we don't have to, like I say, obviously sometimes we have to find the surface stations, so you have to go around scanning stuff, but I think we'll concentrate more on the trading, 'cause that's definitely where we make more of the money.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, so NEX, which is where we're going to.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, we are looking for what port? There we go.
Fuel scooping.
Let's just do a bit of fuel scooping on the way through.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Didn't get too close to the star there, so oh, should have been slowing down a long time ago. Hopefully we're not going to fly past. No, there we go. Caught it in time. Alright, set to disengage. you. Oh yeah, the workers of NAX Values Party are friendly with me, so why it's a friendly station. And I still haven't looked up whether those FSP numbers mean anything.
Landing gear deployed.
Here we go.
Engines disengaged.
Bit of map data itself. Right, let's unload his cargo. Right, refuel the ship. Shouldn't need any ammo. Just check on the repairs. Yeah, the integrity's down a bit. Let's just get the integrity up. May as well do the paintwork while I'm at it. Nothing in the contacts. So we are picking up mineral extractors. Let's get into the navigation. And we are going to V352 Canis Majoris. Another 6 jumps. Make sure we're all locked up. Yep. Yep, we've got the infantry on. We're all fueled up and ready to go. So let's go. Right down the front of the station again. So prepare for a dodgy takeoff.
Landing gear retracted.
This station operates as original.
Got out of there alright, but I think that was more by luck than judgment. contact on the scanner there.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, so this is the target system.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, we are looking for Leonov Terminal. And, aha. There we go. Helps if you scroll to the top of the list first before you start looking. Okay, so it's safe to disengage the frame shift drive, so let's drop back into normal space.
Docking request granted. Landing gear deployed.
So down, get in the hangar.
Disengaged.
Sell that map data and then offload the cargo. Alright, so refuel. No ammo to restock. Just check on the repairs, make sure everything's okay. Yep. And have a look in the contacts. Right. And I think we'll call it a day for this video there. So we're on our trading run down to the Asihort system. So I had quite a quiet time so far. A couple of successful trade runs. So once again, thank you for joining me on my exploration of the Elite Dangerous universe, and I hope you'll join me again next time when Rev Modes plays Elite Dangerous.